Alright, it has been a while that I did a video because I was really just taking a break from rose gardening since it was so hot. Right, I mean, in August it's just too hot for me to go out and do anything, so I just take a break. But okay, so I want to talk about if you receive a rose that is freshly rooted, mean the cutting just freshly root, or you receive a rose that is like a band size that usually they ship in this size of a container. What do you do? What do you do after you receive it, and how do you care for it? Now, first of all, when you receive it, do not transplant it right away. There's number one. Okay, so do not transplant it right away. You need to let it accustom to your local temperature, whether it is cooler than when it transported where it originally transported for, or when it's too hot. Now obviously it's very hot right here. You just want to put it in an area like, for example, your front patio, your back patio, or even under a tree that you only get either filter sunlight or just no sunlight, just a bright indirect sunlight. Okay, just bright light. Do not let it go straight under the sun right away. Okay, now you just leave it there. Okay, and do not water it all the time. Just let it go, let it stay there for about 1 week. Maybe you can water it when it is dry. Now how do you test if the soil is dry? You stick your hand in there. If you stick in there for about 2 inches, and if it is dry, then you can water it. Okay, if it's not dry, then leave it alone. Okay, now the number one cause to kill a newly rooted plant, a newly rooted rose, is overwatering. I can tell you all the time. It is most likely when if you kill your newly rooted rose, it's because you overwater it. Okay, that's the number one cause of how you can kill a freshly rooted rose. Now, after you put it in that location in the original pot, for about a week, if you want to transplant, you can. If not, you can still keep it in there. And when do you know if it's absolutely need to be transplanted? Is when you look at the bottom of the pot. If you can see the root is sticking out, is coming out of the bottom of the pot, then this rose is ready for transplant. Okay, otherwise you can keep them in there for a longer time as well. Okay, so if you need to transplant it, so I need to talk about this soil mixture. It's very important. Okay, so when you transplant it, you do not transplant to a big pot. You do not transplant directly into the soil. You put it in a pot that is just a little bit bigger than this. Okay, so this is a band size pot, right? So I transplant into this is a gallon, 1 gallon size pot. So there is a reason why you don't want to make it too big of a pot. Okay, this kind of rose, when you first got it, the root is very tender. Okay, they do not have much of a root at all. So because of that, it cannot really absorb water and fertilizer very efficiently. So if you put it into the big pot, then it's harder for them to absorb the water and the nutrition inside the soil. Another thing, very important, is when you do it, do not put any fertilizer in it at all. The best thing you can do is actually plant it into the compost organic humus. This thing will have all the nutrition it needs for the roses, the baby roses, to grow the root. Now you have to remember, the most important thing when you received it is not for it to bloom, it's not for it to branch out, it's for it to actually grow the root. You need to care for it for more root than anything else. Okay, do not worry about how big it will grow. Do not worry about branching out, because we can do that later. The first thing first is to let it continue to grow the root. Now, this has enough fertilizer because it's organic, so it doesn't burn the tender root of your baby roses. Okay, and do not use the potting soil that is mixing with the chemical organized fertilizer. So you can use I think there's one is called Kellogg's. You can use the Kellogg's organic, need to be organic potting soil. Do not use the Miracle Grow potting soil because they always mixing their fertilizer in there, and those things can burn the tender root for this kind of rose. Now, if you get the mature rose, like this kind of mature rose, you can definitely use the Miracle Grow. That's fine, but not for this kind of baby. Okay, not for this kind of baby. Now, another thing is, if you want to make sure that when you water it, it has a very good drainage, you can mix in some perlite in there. So how many percent of perlite you want to mix in? I think you can, if you mix 20%, it will be good. Like if you mix 20% of the perlite and then the rest with the potting soil, it will be good. Now for me, compost humus has very good drainage already. You can see it's no water is stuck in there. This one is just rain on the whole day because we had a hurricane today. But yeah, so, and again, same thing, you do not keep water there every day. Okay, just water it when it is started to dry out. Again, the way to test it, you stick your finger in there for 2 inches. If it's dry, then you water it. If it's wet, do not water it. Okay, and then the way that I fertilize this is, of course, you can use the fish fertilizer. I don't like that stuff because it's too stinky for me. I use my fish pond water. You know, fish pond water has fish poop in there, so it's a lot milder than any of the fertilizer, and honestly, they like it. Look at, I already have a good growth on this one. I take off all the leaves when I receive it, and now it grow back and even has a flower bud already. Now again, some people would like to remove the flower bud. It doesn't really matter for me, because if you want to, you can remove it. I don't, because I just want to make sure that I want to see my flower. So but again, you can remove it. If it's a very small and thin one like this, I will remove it. Now this one is a lot thicker than this baby here, so I would just leave it there, so you do this again after you repot it. Put it at the shady area. Do not put it under the sun, especially if you're in my area that is so hot, like daytime is 90s, 100. You do not want to put this baby under the sun. You will burn it. Okay, you will burn the root, because the pot can really get overheated under the hot temperature like that. Put it at the partial shade area. Best is the morning sun. If you don't have that, you can continue to put it at the front patio. That's fine too. And wait until it's fall, and then wait until you can see the root is grow out at the bottom of it. It's not yet. I just repotted this a few weeks ago, and then you can then it will be ready to be transplanted to a much bigger pot, like 5 gallon, 7 gallon, however bigger you want it to be. It will be ready for that. Okay, so hopefully it will help. So a few things, I will make a conclusion how to care for it. Do not put it at the direct sunlight. Do not put it in a big pot, just the next size up. This is a 1 gallon, will be perfect. Do not put in any fertilizer, the chemical fertilizer like Miracle Grow or stuff like that. Compost humus is more than what you need already. You just put it in there, it will grow. It will have enough. If you have the fish fertilizer, the liquid fertilizer, you can use that. I use a fish pond water. Okay, and that's about it. And water only when it is started to dry out. So you stick your finger in there, 2 inches. You come out. If it's dry, then you water it. If not, leave it alone. All right, that's about it. Hopefully it helps, and I hope everybody will have a success in growing your cutting. If you want to see how to do a video of propagate cutting, I might make a video about it. later because it's a little bit too hot to propagate right now. I'll probably propagate some cutting in September. All right, hope you helps you. I'll talk to you next time.